Mayor, Council. My name is Mike Coleman. I am a former planning commissioner. While I was not able to attend the final vote due to an injury I had fallen from my fire truck, I reviewed all the materials from the last planning commission meeting and this appeal. Had I been in attendance, I would have voted to approve the project with the conditions of approval. I believe the approved projects meet the guidelines. With my vote, the project as approved would have enjoyed a 4-to-1 majority. I believe that you need to support the Planning Commission decision, thereby supporting all current and future commissioners who spend countless hours evaluating applications. If you don't support such decisions, then why even have a Planning Commission? If you disagree with my assessment of the lot pad grading issue, which is somewhat subjective due to the vague wording of the code, it is clear that in total the projects meet the required components of the development standards and the design guidelines, which are recommended but not required. The opponents of these homes have tried to take you down that rabbit hole of reinterpreting what one guideline means or defining a term that the code does not define. And if you follow that, you will set a precedent that will render our code toothless and our commissions useless and threatens the rights of property owners. My message to you today is clear. Focus, as we did at the Planning Commission, on the primary objective of limiting hillside development established in the code. When you read the code, it says very clearly that, quote, the purpose of the hillside development regulations and guidelines is to preserve and protect views to and from the hillside areas within the city. And while nobody seems too concerned with the views of the future homeowners, it's quite clear that considerable care has been given to the views from the valley, and the staff reports are clear that the visual impact of the homes will be a low or non-existent in many cases. Also, nobody seems to be talking about the last part of protecting views to the hillside areas, quote, within the city. It's quite clear that these homes will only be partially visible from 4th Street East and virtually no other area within city limits. However, you wouldn't know that listening to the opponents. They would have you believe that homes are visible from the plaza, they sit above the tree line high on the ridge, impact the views of the cross, and are actually a luxury resort in disguise. None of this is true, of course. By approving the appeals, you give approval to the deceptive tactics of the opposition, which not only cost the city and its taxpayers time and money,
Coleman.
but it creates more divisiveness in the community.
Mr. Coleman?
Thank you.